Hi, my name is Matteo and welcome back to the course. In this module, we are going to go over account activation and resetting forgotten passwords. Let's first take a look at the account activation. I will add 3 new properties to the user model. Activated tells us if the user has an active account. Activation hash stores the hash token user needs to do the activation. The last property stores the time when the activation email was sent to the user. Administrators should always be active, so let's add that condition to the init method of the user model. IsActive method will check if the user account is activated with the help of the activated property. To add these columns to the database, we need to create another migration. Let's call it adding account activation. All of the registered users will be inactive by default. To reflect this, let's change the structure of the home page. If the user is active, we will still render the same partial, but let's rename it to auth and active instead of just authenticated. If the user is not active, then we will show this warning message to activate the account. Activation will also be reflected inside of the navigation bar. If the user is not active, he will only be able to see the logout link. However, other links like the account page can still be seen by manually changing the URL. To prevent the access, we can define another view decorator. Let's name it Activation Required. If the user is not activated, we'll redirect him to the home page with the warning message. I'll add this decorator on more than one view. Let's first import it to the gig blueprint. Activation decorator will be added to all of the views inside of this file. Only activated users should be able to use the functionality related to gigs. We'll also add this decorator to the account blueprint. Here I'll decorate the show view, edit view, and delete view. As you can see, the new user cannot really do much if his account is not activated. Now let's implement the activation logic. After the user is registered, we'll immediately log him in with the login user method. Then we can create the activation token for the new user. Define this method inside of the user model. We can create the new token with the generate token method. Activation hash property will be the hash of this new token. Notice that this activation token is just a temporary property. It will not be saved to the database. We need to import datetime object from the datetime package to save the time of the token creation to the database. Commit the database changes inside of the registration view. Okay, now we have the token, but we still need to send it to the user inside of an email.